Why are y'all getting closer? Psychos, there's gonna be spatter. Oh, Damon's gonna enjoy killing you. Hey guys, it's your girl Laisha, aka GeekXX Chic, and we are here with another reaction to House of the Dragon. We're now on season 3, episode 2, which is called Queen's Landing. Period. Should have been that way from the get-go. In the last episode, we had the season opener, which I think was absolutely fantastic. We came out swinging. We had stakes, we had battles, we had intrigue, but unfortunately, we also had loss. We lost Prince Jace. Love you, kiddo. I'm really gonna miss him, but we also saw that Corlys lost a lot. He lost his home, he lost his ship, he almost lost his life. I'm gonna say almost because we did not see confirmation of otherwise. Him and Alan look like they might be closer going forward from this point. We also saw that Aegon is still on the run, but he was caught up by a bunch of the soldiers who are loyal to Rhaenyra, and he was given up by Larys, and so they're presumably on their way there or to be offered up as a ransom. But I have a feeling that Larys is planning on potentially converting a few people on the way. And then we see that Aemond is headed to Harrenhal because he wanted to usurp the throne, but his mother managed to convince him to leave King's Landing because of the deal she made with Rhaenyra, because obviously a lot of what her original plan was messed up by the fact that Aegon disappeared and Aemond refuses to leave. So a lot of different chess pieces in play here. Lots of people who are going to be going through it in this episode. Ready to jump in, so let's do that. Just before I do, though, a reminder to please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. And also, if you'd like to catch an unedited version of this reaction, you can do so on my Patreon. All right, that out of the way, let's get into episode 2 right now. I'm so sorry. Seriously, Daemon's kids have been through way too damn much. Lost their body. They went through losing their mom, then they had to lose their Mima, and now my girl had to lose her. Both of them lost their fiancés. Like, I'm sick. Can they please stop taking L's? You're too strong, sweetie. Yeah. You should just go ahead and throw yourself to the dragon, because that's you're fired, to put it mildly. I'm sorry, Rhaenyra. I'm sorry, Rhaenyra. I'm sorry, Rhaenyra. Third child she's had to bury. Really? We're gonna go through this? I don't even know why I'm tearing up so early.
Jace, what have you done?
Like, seriously, we can bring people back from the dead. We brought back Jon Snow. I don't understand why we can't do this. Where's your Melisandres and the guy who brought back Catelyn Stark? Like, where are these people?
How could you?
I get the anger.
How could you do that? You answer me.
And that's her firstborn. Like, that's crazy.
How dare you?
That
set
part.
your hands on me. How dare you?
It's her grieving process. Let her have it.
My life must be forfeit.
Some would agree, but what is that going to do for us? Exactly.
good would
At this
that
point,
do?
that
Will
part.
it wake my son?
L after L, just because she's trying to not shed blood. Every time she spared somebody from dying or innocence from dying, she's lost her kids. Come on, you're not gone, Sea Snake. You can't let this be the end of you. We're not back to father. He's like, I rescued my daddy once, I'll do it again. No, the horse is like, I know that those things eat sheep and horses. I'm not going any closer.
Help me. My lady. I've done a terrible thing.
Did she tell you to leave the house?
Why have you come here?
That part.
You need to go now.
There was ships and smoke. I wanted only to help. Truly, but Sheepstealer was frightened.
I don't care.
She's like, I'm not trying to get in a war.
You run from my charge and you bring disaster to my doorstep. The Queen will be hunting you.
None saw that it was me.
You don't think so?
I would say you had lost all sense, but that I doubt you had any in the first place.
Ooh. That was a bit much.
Do you want a dragon or not?
Oh.
You said yourself you were deceived in your dealings with the Queen.
It's a very Damon side of her
Wanted
coming out right now.
protection, I offer it now.
You can't control your dragon yet, though. But she's desperate. I can't blame her.
All we need from you is blindness.
I cannot stop a dragon from abiding where it pleases.
Good answer.
I do not wish to see you again.
Wow, you're just gonna have to live out in the wilds, huh? You're too young to be at this party, sir. Seeing Damon sing is kind of tripping me up, y'all. Wow, he's actually insane.
The finest wine from House Strong Seconds.
Getting more drunk during a war? Okay, sure,
And
it's
a
a choice.
message for you
Oh,
from the Queen.
I guess he probably knows what's in it.
Is there something amiss?
Mind your business. Just like
I am
that.
summoned now to King's Landing to claim the Iron Throne for our Queen. I charge you to march south and meet me there. We will be the Queen's fist. None will stand against us.
Love the vigor. Cyrax is like, just chilling.
I'm the beginning of others.
How the hell did she get back here?
I put 40,000 rivermen at her call.
How did she get here?
I want Harrenhal. None seem to cherish it. Why should it not come to me?
Outside of the fact that you're a woman?
You have neither name, nor title, nor noble.
I hate it,
husband.
but that's the world you live in.
The crown is not in the habit of giving out castles to midwives.
Like, have you not seen the struggle that my wife's had trying to even get her own damn throne?
I ask for food, and you offer me rubies. Go home, Damon.
Do you know me well enough to call me by my first name just because I was a little crazy last season? We're not friends. But everything she said has happened, so.
Many before have left my grandsire for dead, and they were all mistaken.
Oh.
You knew him as a child?
He loved my grandmother more than few men I have seen love their wives.
He also liked your
It was for
mom.
her sake. I think that he tried to forget about you.
We were not
Mother talks a lot.
mere memories to be forgotten.
Yes, well, he realizes that now.
That side of him, I know, knew.
Whoa.
I will not say so.
Whoa. Calm down.
I'm tired of losing people. and-
Right? Jeez, us too. Can you see anything from that eye? Like, does being a dragon rider automatically give you like laser vision? Because I feel like at a certain point, everybody's just a speck in the water. Hey, there you are, Corliss. Hang on, baby. Hang on, baby. Oh, wow, they didn't give you a better mode of transportation. That sucks.
Because I'm not fucking speaking to you.
Oh, you're fighting.
And what happens when we get there? When we're dragged before Rhaenyra and a gloating fucking court of cunts.
We'll deal with that when we get there. Dang it! Maybe you should shut the door. I don't think you need to worry about the prisoners right now, bro. You should probably see if you're gonna survive. I'm not surprised. That is exactly the way I expect Damon to fight. Or Aegon. What the hell's his name? Too many of these A's.
Cole has a garrison there, does he not? They will be loyal to me. But the road there, your grace, is long and perilous.
Let him go, please. Let him go.
If this be victory, I hope I never see another.
Let's just make amends, shall we?
Alan, I have nothing to give you now. But my name.
If you want it.
I count that of more worth than a mountain of gold.
Make amends. Now that you realize what's important in life. It's like, Adam's like, I've always been down personally. I forgave you like 20 years ago. Yeah, the house is on fire. But it's okay. You've got what matters, your family, what's left of them. The show doesn't keep killing them.
And speak, your grace.
We could have done that zoom in so much sooner.
She intends, in the interest of peace, to allow Rhaenyra to enter the Red Keep and to then take the throne.
Some would call that treason.
Some
Would they? Are they here?
The question is, would you?
Do you want to die? Is the question. Or live being completely burnt up like my other son?
The Rogue Prince himself.
Rude.
What are you doing here?
Yeah, exactly.
We weren't sure if we should go up there.
David's like, I don't believe a bloody word you're saying right now.
And you waited 2 days only before resigning your mission.
Let them know.
I was unaware, Her Grace, the Queen had required of you in this moment or any other. Your thoughts.
Yeah, minions.
Like voices. I saw a...
Yeah, that was coming. But you should let him finish, because you would have found out that crazy woman somehow got to the island.
Maybe a witch.
Mm-hmm. That was so mild for Damon. He's growing.
My prince.
You know what? Just stay here, because clearly y'all don't want to do nothing, he said.
I left you here a prisoner.
Hmm.
I confess I underestimated your slipperiness.
Well, you have no idea how slippery she got.
I have the Queen's trust, which you have yet to earn.
The Queen.
Clocked!
What is between us is none of your concern.
And yet, I am between you two. Literally.
Not everything is about you, Damon.
That is the biggest lesson of his life. She's like, ha! Last word.
Do you believe the Queen's judgment to be sound?
I would not serve her otherwise.
Asking. Interesting.
Do you believe, after what has since transpired, that there is some bond between them still?
Perhaps.
Actually, yes.
Would that pain you?
My concern.
What is this
for the
weird
Queen.
triangle happening right now?
It seems Rhaegar has been sighted leaving King's Landing, flying in the direction of the Riverlands.
I think it's best you do not stray again from my charge.
I was
stray.
Please make sure that the small council chamber is secure. I will call a meeting there presently.
Your Grace?
I command it.
She's like, I am the Queen Regent, don't forget.
As was his desire.
Rhaenyra, baby.
He defied me.
He did.
There was another dragon, sheep stealer, Baylor says.
A wild dragon.
He had a rider.
Your daughter.
How can the Greens have claimed another?
I want you to find them.
It will be done.
That's gonna be a bit awkward. That's true. The only person who saw that it was Rhaena was Jace. Right? She's like, do I even care about this war anymore?
Hid their little faces in my skirts, dead, so that I may sit upon a throne of swords.
Yeah, I pretty much figured it would come to that. And this is kind of why they were warning you that the war wouldn't have been worth it. And yes, at this point, you might as well keep going, Rhaenyra. You can't kick them back. You can't rise them, so. Book title.
Drije Edrin
No.
But is it you that you saw, or was it maybe a Daenerys that has not yet entered the world? He's doing what needs to be done. I wish she could just turn the world off right now, but this war is still going. It's rudderless on both sides at the moment.
I remember you too, Your Grace, snaking your way into the halls of power when you were just a girl.
Can you die?
Too young.
Uh-oh. He's shutting the door. That's a problem.
No man could deny you that.
I don't even like Alicent, but I don't like this energy at all.
We all find what enjoyment we can as the world heads into darkness.
You're letting this man get this close to you? God, why? Why disgusting?
enjoyment.
Why are men so disgusting? Yuck!
Lord Jasper.
Much.
Why is it always this? Why is it always humiliation or grape with these men?
Say that again.
What?
Plead with me.
In the balls. Make sure you can't use that shit. Okay, we can switch away from this scene anytime now.
Lord Jasper.
Behead him immediately.
I know not where she may have been.
But I know you just tried to grape her.
Here with my own
That
eyes.
part.
Arrest him. He dares
Pervert.
lay his hands on the mother of the king.
That part. She's still the mother of the king.
Her own sworn protector has cautioned me. You will come with us, Lord Jasper.
Rapist.
Master of laws, for the sake of the gods.
Castrate him immediately, please, and then slice his dick off in small pieces. Then we could talk about what you have to say about her. Thank you, Maester, for at least that.
I'm in your debt, Grand Maester.
You are.
I do not know what you have done.
He's like, but by the way, keep me out of it.
Oh, but you cannot enter the castle on your dragon, my queen.
Why not?
Of a snap.
If it is, so be it. I'm done with talking.
Right? It's like, y'all always be acting like you don't hear the words coming out my mouth or understand them. The way it must feel so heavy now.
He will send for me.
Look at Damon like, let's see what what's going on here.
Us has been faithful.
Not the competition. She's like, if I'm a queen, I can have both of you, can't I? Damon's such a little I can't. Why is this even happening right now? Why are we having thruple wars when there's a real war going on?
For me.
So I gather.
Yeah, he's like, I'm
I
not
have no
blind.
need of your approval.
Let none approach from the sky. Is that simple enough?
Right? Can I break that down anymore? Yeah, I like that he's going to this guy.
Will not at any point be necessary for you to engage in thinking or making decisions.
I'm sorry. Is it condescending AF? Yes. Is it necessary? Also, yes. Because that is the first guy that's going to cut and run. Who's going to clean this up? Someone eventually did, because by the time Game of Thrones was they didn't see these in the bay.
We will allow her to enter and then we will flee. You've spoken to her.
You gathered.
You made her gone king. You and Sir Kristen.
Get that truth out, actually, Helena, about how she lied.
Mistake. You told me not many days ago that you were happy before you were queen.
Same with her.
You, I may yet redeem.
Interesting. Glad that she's admitted she's been a crap mother.
I think I might like to keep chickens.
I love it for you. Chickens need keeping.
You are to stand down your station, Sir Frederick, at the command of the Queen Helena.
Helena's like, huh? Me?
But the Prince Regent.
The Prince Regent has left the city.
I'm the Queen Regent.
The Queen is your authority
and that's the
now.
Queen.
I will not have any beast harmed.
Oh, thank you, Agent of PETA.
Sir Frederick.
He's like, I personally don't want to get burned in this hot metal armor. Do we care about Cole? I don't care about Cole. Why is he even still here? I wonder if the witch is gonna try to get in Aemon's ear now. Really? That's when you gave the alarm? He's been, okay. Y'all were not moving nearly fast enough for knowing there was a dragon within your vicinity. I'd say roll, but I think it's too late. Oh, well, Vhagar's just like, you know what? While I'm burning, he's like, I'm just gonna keep going. Isn't this familiar? He's like, I'm just gonna finish up my meal.
I seek Daemon Targaryen.
Oh, you just missed him.
I confess we had not been expecting you. Your Grace, I have no sword.
Then get one.
No. Kill me like the bitch you are.
The army has decamped.
Why are you touching him?
There's nothing to stop you.
Why are you touching him? Yeah, you deserve that. You should not put your hands on people you don't know.
Father!
It was time for Father to go. I knew she'd show up. So about giving me Harrenhal, I'm gonna keep working on all you bitches until it works on one of you. She said, one of you silver-haired whores is gonna listen to me. Oh, we got you. He got you. Someone had to, but it's not fatal, unfortunately. You need to lay down. You've been doing too much lately. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. No. She will, because she wants something in return. Look at that. All that huffing and puffing and thinking you a badass. You were taken out by a shiv that's 3 inches long. Exactly. Exactly. The greens ain't anyway. That's a very nice shot. These poor people are like, we're so sick of dragons. We want to move. The dragons is too much. Oh, wow. That's a throwback to season 2. He's like, are you sure you want me to burn some, just burn some people? Come on in, they said. Please don't burn us to death. We're just here for the check.
Alicent did as she promised.
The true test is within.
That's very true.
I've come to make things right.
Interesting turn of phrase. These people are like, honestly, we don't care what you're here to do. We just try not to die. Green, black, red, whatever colors are out there. We don't care much. Just leave us out of it. We just want to survive till tomorrow. We just want to get to the next check. Thank you. But again, I forgot. Yeah, the Kingsguard did not.
Who else dares rise against us in our house?
It is his house, technically. They're like, we're good. We're actually just spectators. Shouldn't one of you been the rare? He was probably just asking for directions. Oh, Rhaenyra does not look good. She does not look good at all. He's like, I haven't been in this room in years. I know she's wondering if it's even worth it, and that chair looks mad uncomfortable. Probably also unsanitary.
I credit you this. Brazen or thick?
I suppose that depends whether I win or lose.
Right? He's like, if I win, I'm brazen.
Stay close, Rhaenyra.
The City Watch remembers our commander, Daemon Targaryen.
Yay!
And Queen Rhaenyra,
Yeah!
the one true heir to the Iron Throne.
Now it's a fair fight.
Or perish as traitors.
Daemon's like, yeah, I planned this.
It was Prince Daemon himself who gave me this gold cloak 20 years ago.
Damn, I gotta call out my age like that, sir.
Bring Aegon, the usurper, to me.
Well, that's a bit of a tricky one. Addison didn't have time to let you know that he ran away.
He is not here.
Then where?
I do not know.
Don't kill him, please.
I pledge fealty.
Right, he's like, I just go where the check is, please. Please don't kill him. He's actually a good guy. He should have more of a firm stance, but who can do that in this house? Everybody's a damn Targaryen.
But I can offer you another who might give you better satisfaction.
Do tell. David's like, okay, I'm having a good day, so go ahead. Really, y'all had to be in the most richest looking cloaks trying to walk amongst the commoners. When will you learn, Alicent? This is rich people ting. She should be in rags right now, dressed in the shiniest cloth amongst flea bottom people. She's crazy.
Conniving little bitch. Keep talking and I'll relieve you of your cock before your head.
Please do!
For the fun of it.
Please do!
If you ever returned from Lord Larys Strong.
Do you trust anything Larys says? If it makes Daemon laugh, I'm terrified.
Lord Merryweather, you have my gratitude.
That's not really gonna give me back all those years I had in prison, but thank you.
You will hang for this.
You won't live to see it. Oh my god. Oh no! Tis it Otto? Look at you! Look at you! You are the orchestrator of so much pain and suffering. Oh, Damon's gonna enjoy killing you! Oh, he's hated you since he was a kid. Look at Rhaenyra's face. Oh, you bitch, this is all your fault. On your knees, ho.
I assume everyone else is dead.
We'll go with that.
But our old friend can stand at his place.
You knew your grandsons wasn't shit. You knew they weren't shit, Blow. Don't even look surprised. You know they've never been in nothing but cowards. You gotta do it.
If you wish to rule, show them you do not waver.
I don't know if I can.
She's Viserys' daughter.
Spare me at least from being hacked at.
It's true, probably. She may not have the strength to swing that cleanly. I don't even know if he deserves that. But I feel like you have to do it.
If your father could
talk about him?
You would never have imagined.
Right? I know you're not talking about my daddy that you manipulated. I know that they're perceiving it as weakness, but I think it's good that they're seeing she's not happy to take life. Why are y'all getting closer? Psychos, there's gonna be spatter. I'll give you that, at least, Otto. You take your licks the way you're supposed to. Been asking for that.
I did my best.
It didn't go through, did it? Okay, two's not bad. Daemon, this is not the time to be proud or turned on.
Tell my lady wife whatever.
Daemon said, I'm not wasting no more time, actually. Yeah, this is the price. Right now. Ooh, that look. So much blood. And you don't even know if you want it anymore, do you? That reflection is crazy. Why is she looking back like she's looking for approval? What this world has done to you, baby girl. After how many years? Finally in that chair. Oh, they didn't make it. Yeah, y'all was not prepared. Oh, that's your daddy. Don't care. Save it, Alicent. Don't even look guilty. Don't even look guilty. Don't even look guilty. Your dad is your dad. And honestly, it's setting you free too, if we're being 100 about it. You both need to be released from that man. All right, guys. Well, that was episode 2. And yeah, it was a lot. Not quite as chaotic as the first episode, thankfully, but still quite a bit that happened. You know, this whole thing with the war is moving along. And, you know, again, one of the things I think is the theme is that we got both sides that are fighting. But as I brought out in the first episode, like the fact that the relay of information is so slow in many cases, there's just kind of like, it feels like there's almost mini battles and insignificant skirmishes happening all over, and there's very little control over any of it because both sides are kind of just clawing at the darkness, if it makes sense. And so I think this season does a better job of illustrating how fractured and disjointed and kind of, you know, all over the place this war is, and why, despite how shaky of a plan it was, Alicent and Rhaenyra were not off. Like both of them, I think what a lot of us forget is that even though these actresses who play Rhaenyra and Alicent are women who are well into their 30s. I think maybe one is over 40. In the books, Alicent and Rhaenyra are kids. Like they're literally, I think they're at this point in their like early 20s. Like they're babies, okay? Both grew up super privileged, super sheltered, and in a time of peace. So they had no idea what war was really going to bring. They really didn't understand how the ramifications of it, the bloodshed, the wanton loss of life, like they really didn't understand it. And that is why, you know, I go back to season 1 and even going to season 2 where, you know, there was the option presented to Rhaenyra to just let it happen. As much as it's unfair, even though it's not right, if you just sat back and let your useless, absolute waste of skin of a little brother take the throne, so much less in the way of bloodshed may have happened. But I also can't be mad at her for wanting to take what is rightfully hers, and also the fact that we saw Aemond and Aegon are both terrible options to be on the throne, right? But anyway, coming back, you know, these two girls in the book, you know, very naive to what was going to happen. Like if they'd seen what was going to happen, both of them would have made a different choice. Both of them now being older, wiser, having stakes, recognizing that they don't want this, that these are not, that the price was too high, but they realized too late. And, you know, at this point, as I've said in the episode, Rhaenyra is the one who's been taking the most L's directly to her family, to her line. Now, yes, obviously she still has, I think it's 4 kids with Daemon, but her first 2 children are gone. These are her firstborn. Oh, that scene, I try so hard not to cry because first of all, Emma always kills their scenes, but it's more of I just felt because Rhaenyra has lost, like, I think we need to take a minute and process that Rhaenyra has lost 3 children. And I think this is the span of a year or a little over a year. Remember, she lost the baby she was giving birth to. That baby didn't make it. Then she lost her middle child from her first man. And now her firstborn is gone. All of that in a very short amount of time. That is insane for any mother to go through. No mother should have to ever bury 1 child, let alone 3 of them. So it's been a lot for her, and her anguish was palpable. You know, her trying to talk to him, even though she knew he wasn't going to respond. She's already had to bury one of her kids, or burn in this case, one of her kids. Like, it's just 2 of them at that point. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, my heart bleeds for her because she's just been suffering consistently since she was, you know, basically since she got to be an adult. And it's all, you know, there's so many different points where we could we can point fingers. One could say if we were to roll it all the way up to the top root cause, it's because her dad wasn't decisive. It's because Viserys was a man of peace when he needed to be a man of decisiveness. He was a people pleaser. He never wanted to give the wrong answer. He didn't like the weight of the crown. And unfortunately, all this suffering was a ripple effect of that. If Viserys had stood on business when he decided Rhaenyra was going to be the heir to the throne, he would have done that. He would have done the things he was supposed to. He would have been on the throne, made that declaration in front of everyone, and made it stand clear to everyone that that was his wishes, so there'd be no debate. Now, it's not to say a war still wouldn't have broken out, because we know there was a lot of people, including Otto's funky ass, that were definitely against it. But at least there would be this debate of whether or not he said it was the thing that was supposed to happen. That would have, a lot of the alliances and the back and forth from last season would not have happened if Viserys had just stood on his 10 toes and said he was doing that. Some would also say he should have just named Daemon, right? Even though he didn't trust Daemon, and I agree that Daemon's instincts for being a king were not always the best, but no one would have disputed Daemon being king. Daemon would have married Rhaenyra, Who knows? Maybe there could have been something that changed in that point. But all that to say, there's just been so many things that have led to pretty much from the second that Rhaenyra got married, it's been L after L, pain after pain, loss after loss. And I'm just so sad for her. I just hate that in this war, the Greens still have all their kids. Why does Alicent's absolute wastrels of children all get to keep breathing, with the exception of Helena, because Helena is the actual only innocent person in all this. But why? Like, why is it that Rhaenyra has to keep losing her people, losing her auntie that she loved, losing her kids, like, but anyways, it was gut-wrenching to see, and unsurprisingly, she's broken a bit at the moment, right? She's just, you can tell she took it out of her, right? Laying there listlessly, not getting out of her clothes, her bedroom clothes, the depths of depression. Because like I said, the price of this crown is no longer worth it, right? And I'm glad that she said that, when Daemon was saying, okay, well, we got to keep going. And she's like, 2 of my sons buried. For this crown, for this throne, is it worth it? Is it really worth it? These babies that I held, that I carried, that were, at my feet, now they're both gone for a chair. Was it really worth the price tag? And I mean, I think the short answer for Rhaenyra is no. Because what Rhaenyra is not recognizing, which is understandable, is that she was never built to be a queen. And not in the sense that she couldn't make good decisions, or she wouldn't have an idea of how to rule, or that she doesn't have leadership qualities. None of that. But like her father, she values the simpler things in life more than the power, right? The power she's always had, right? She's never thought of her power as something that she can wield, because she's always had it as the crown princess for so long. And she never really thought of it as something that was that important. Like, the reason she cared about the crown was because she'd been taught her whole life of how important it was to be a Targaryen, how important it was to be a leader of the nation. And, all that Targaryen propaganda was in there. And I mean, her dad believed in that to a degree. But the difference where she differed from, say, a Daemon or some of the other people in her family was that she cared about the little minutia more, right? Viserys, sure, he had the Targaryen propaganda and he cared about it to some degree, but it was the little things in life, his wife, his children, the things his hobbies, the people, the simple pleasures. Those are the things that made life rich for Viserys, but he couldn't hold on to those and be king, right? As a Targaryen, because there was always constant turmoil one way or another, people were always asking him to care about things that he didn't put value on for real. And that's effectively what he taught Rhaenyra to be. Rhaenyra was raised with the idea of love and family being what's most important. She was raised with sweetness, with care, with tenderness, with affection. And for Rhaenyra, her family is what she values. That is what she found joy in, right? Right down for marrying, what's the name of her first husband that left, the one that was her beard husband? Like, she helped him out, right? Because he didn't want to marry because he clearly wasn't straight, but she was helping him out, and like, it was a mutually beneficial thing, but still it was because she cared for him. They were childhood friends, and she really wanted, to help out family. She loved her Aunt Rhaenys because she was this strong, smart, noble woman that imparted knowledge, but also had a firm hand, right? She loved all these people in her family. When she had her children, she loved being a mother. She loved her babies. She loved taking care of them, right? Like, that is her crowning glory, honestly. And we've seen it in like season 2, particularly, how much joy she would take in just watching her kids play and helping them learn. So like, all that to say that is where Rhaenyra's value system is. It's in her family. It's in her togetherness of her family. What she wanted more than anything was to see her family grow up and be healthy and happy and sound. And she thought that getting the throne was also a way to make sure that happened, considering that there were Greens constantly trying to usurp power. But that's not what happened. And now she's paid this price that for her is so incredibly heavy that she doesn't even think it's worth it anymore. But at this point, as Daemon said when they were having that conversation in her room, at this point, the boys are gone. Like, if you give up now, will it not be all for naught? Will it not be for nothing? Like, at this point, we've come this far. You can't give up in the middle of a war. You just can't. It's understandable why you want to, but is it really going to be something you can live with in the long run? And I think for Rhaenyra, it wouldn't have been, right? Like, all of this, her children died for this dream of her being on the throne. So for her to give up on it would be, I think, to her, a disservice to them and their memories. So yeah, he's like, look, our chance to attack King's Landing is there. We gotta go. We gotta go now or never. It's never gonna happen again. So I'm gonna come back to what happened at King's Landing in a minute. But before that, let's take a little detour into the family Velaryon with Corlys. He survived, of course, thank God. You know, I love that they said, what was it that Bela said? She's like, many people have thought my grandpa was dead or left him for dead, and he's proved them wrong. So yeah, but I did love to see that Alan and Adam were both looking for him because, well, Adam, like I said, from last season, we know that Adam's basically like bygones as far as the whole situation with his dad's concerned. He's like, look, I know you mad, and we have every right to be mad, but honestly, it's not that deep to me. Right? That's basically what Adam was saying, is like, you know what? We can hold on to old grudges or we can move forward as family. So that was always him. But Alan was the one who, for very valid reasons, still had his reservations. And like I said, that chat that they had before everything went south in episode 1, I think was so important because it wasn't given out of a sense of, you know, like it was, oh, Corlys thought he was going to die and he's spewing all this stuff out at the last minute. It was like, we're about to do some dangerous stuff, but I want to let you know these things. And again, that apology and that acknowledgement of him making the wrong choice, I think was huge for Alan. So between that and seeing that his dad was an absolute badass on the water, I think that Alan is like, you know, willing to let a lot of things go. And I really love that conversation between him and Bela because I feel like that's something that should have happened more, but for obvious reasons, it just probably didn't. And, you know, him asking like timidly, like, did you know him as a child? Like, and that's the sad part, right? Alan doesn't know his dad. All he knew of what the little glimpses he would see of him when he would be walking around with his family looking happy and lovey-dovey while him and his family were suffering, right? So the fact that he's even asking was already a huge indicator that Alan was letting go of a lot of his resentment towards Corlys. And yeah, I just love that Bela was like, yeah, like he's actually a good man. Like what he did to you was terrible. And it's not, you know, he didn't do right for doing that. And I love that she said he's got a stiff neck, right? That ego and pride of his is what kept him from doing the right thing. But it's not because he was hard-hearted. It's not because he didn't care for you, because clearly he did. Because I love the way she said, because he loved Rhaenys so much, he tried to forget you guys. But tried was the operative word, right? He clearly never did. But anyway, I love that, you know, between that and then finally finding him, and then Corlys, unfortunately, you know, it's been a rough year for him too, losing his wife, losing his daughter before that. I mean, it was a few years ago since, you know, she passed, but, you know, losing his wife, losing his daughter, his son is at large still. He has no idea where his son is. And then, you know, all this battling that's threatening the life of his grandchildren. It's a lot. It's a lot for him. But, you know, I love that when he was sitting there and he said, if this is a victory, then I would really hate to see a loss, right? Because so much was lost in that battle of the Gullet. And, you know, yeah, they're surviving and technically the enemy forces are gone, but the cost is so heavy. But the part of that scene that really got to me was honestly when he said to Alan, and well, Adam was there too, but he said, you know, I don't have anything left. Like my legacy just went up in smoke, quite literally. I don't have a ship. I'm sure he's got money in places, but you know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, I got nothing. I got no legacy. That was my legacy to leave to you and it's gone. He's like, all I really have to offer you now is my name, should you want it, kind of thing. And I love it that Alan said, that's all I want. I don't want money. I don't want and I love that it kind of circles back to last season when Corlys was offering him monetary compensation for saving his life. And Alan was like, you're missing the point. That's not what I ever wanted from you, really. It was you. I want you to recognize me and my brother as your family, as your kids. And so him saying that, like, that's all I've got to offer you. He was like, that's really all I wanted from you, old man. I just want you to acknowledge me and to actually properly see me and my brother as your kids. So that was a really beautiful moment because the Valyrians have been through so much. And oh God, Bela saying, I'm so tired of losing people. I said, girl, felt throughout the fandom. I tell you, we're still, I mean, the fact that they had to show Jace's body was just, writers, you foul for that. Just know that. And then yes, while we're just finishing up on, well, this is the Targaryen side of the Valyrians. Who, Rhaena looks a hot mess. Rhaena looks like she might be sliding into that Targaryen madness. I feel for her because yes, she's young. She's very young. She was desperate to prove herself, desperate to show that she's not this waste of a Targaryen. Went in, did something incredibly rash, incredibly foolish, and unfortunately the consequences were unimaginably bad. But you know, she's a kid. Like I can't, I'm disappointed, obviously I'm frustrated, but I can't be that angry at her because, you know, as I said, the way her family treated her, you know, like it kind of led her to making poor choices. Again, she didn't have to make them, but let's not act like she had life great and she was looked at and treated the same as her sister and other people in her family, that she didn't actually kind of get treated like she was being a discarded child. Like, I know that that's not the way that Rhaenyra or Daemon were thinking about it, but that's the way it came off, especially last season. So I get what led her on this path. It was still the wrong one, but I get how she got there. And that's why I really can't feel that bad for her, because she's not a grown person with life experience. She's a kid, and she's part of this family with a heavy legacy. And she was effectively told, you don't quite fit the bill, so run off to some other country and just stay out of our way, right? Like, no one wants to hear that when you're a Targaryen and a Valerian. You know what I mean? Like, that's just not what you want to hear. So anyway, her going and trying to seek asylum, you know, of course, begging at first, but of course the Aaron lady was like, what reason do I have to help you? Like, I don't want any kings or queens of anybody coming to my doorstep when you got someone killed. But in the end, the Daemon came out of her real quick. When the woman said, get off my land, she said, listen, if you just turn a blind eye and pretend that you haven't seen me or my big dragon, if you need help, if you ever need a little backup, I can show up. Which is hilarious that she's saying that, because she can't control Sheep Stealer, but bless her exuberance. I can't be mad at her for doing what she needs to do to survive. I think even her father would have been proud of her negotiation skills in a pitch, considering that she was half out of her mind at the moment. So what's to happen to Rhaena, we'll have to see, because we know that, yes, Rhaenyra is looking out for blood. She does not know that it's her own stepdaughter / cousin / niece, right? Something like that. Was the writer of Sheep Stealer, but I do think she'd forgive her. Like, Rhaenyra would never kill her for what she would know that there was no way that Rhaena would show up to hurt her son. But of course, our poor Rhaena, she already feels like an outlier in her family. So now she feels like they'll never forgive her. And that part is quite sad, I think. So anyway, outside of that, we had the end of the episode with the actual taking over of Queen's Landing. And yeah, like, I mean, the main thing to call out of that were two things that stood out to me. One was Rhaenyra looking haggard, sick, shaky. You know, this is what she's been working for, but she's a mess. She's nowhere near in the mental space she needs to be to take that throne right now. And that's so sad, considering that it's kind of like the culmination point. And this is why, of course, there's little faith that she's going to be able to hold it at this point. You know, her showing up, you know, Daemon doing the fighting, which of course that's what he's supposed to do. But really when it came down to seeing Otto, right? Seeing his face, knowing that she had to take him down because he was absolutely the driving force behind the Greens usurping the throne in the first place, but also knowing that she's not someone who's ever taken life with her bare hands like that before. That again goes back to her nature of being Viserys' daughter, someone who doesn't like violence, who doesn't like death. She doesn't like any of it. She just wants to sit in her throne in peace. But in the end, as I said, you know, do I think she should have done it? I'd say yes. In the circumstance that we ended up in, I don't think that her putting it over to Daemon would have helped, because one of the big issues she's been struggling with since last season is that no one listens to her, right? No one takes her seriously because she's a woman. If she handed that sword over to Daemon to do the dirty work in this sense, they would be like, well, why isn't Daemon on the throne, right? It sucks, but it's true. Misogyny would just dictate that that's why she's not queen. She can't even do what she needs to do, right? So I hate that it kind of came down to her having to make that hard decision. I hate what it's doing for her, though. Like, that's more trauma she didn't need during a very traumatizing time for her. But I also think that Otto had to go. Like, I know he's been locked up for, I think, a couple years now at this point, but he needed to go. Like, that death is for the crimes that have started since before she was even born, for being 100. But that man's bin need to be put down. Yes, he was kind of harmless in the cells, but yeah, no, a man with his manipulation skills is better off not breathing, in my opinion. Like, I just think that we're better off that way. So yeah, you know, it was sad that she had to do it, but it did need to be done. And yeah, Alicent might feel some type of way about it, but let's be real, Alicent, you probably wouldn't be where you are right now if it hadn't been for your father's meddling. You wouldn't have married Viserys. You wouldn't have had his ugly, bald-headed children. You wouldn't be involved in this war where so many people have died. You probably would have just married a nice, rich baron from some cornerside place, and you would have had your fat kids and you would have lived a good life. That man was a noose around both yours and Rhaenyra's necks. So I personally am not going to mourn him in any way, and I don't think that Rhaenyra will, but we'll see how Alicent feels. It's still her dad. In the end, it still was her father, and she did do a lot of those things because she wanted her father's approval. We'll see how she takes it, but yeah, she's in front of Rhaenyra, and it's, you know, how Rhaenyra chooses to handle her is going to have to be done very carefully, because if she just straight up says she's going to execute Alicent, that is not going to bode well for multiple reasons. And also, she won't do it. But also, how does she handle it? Because was Alicent not in support of the usurper? So what do you do now? Do we imprison her? Do we imprison her daughter, the baby, right? So interesting to see what she's going to do as far as the next steps and how she handles this in a way that's, you know, to kind of somewhat thank Alicent for giving her this opportunity, but also make sure she doesn't look weak to the greater, the greater kingdom who witnessed what she's doing here. But yeah, the rest of the episode, not too much that I care about. Cole, like I said, I don't give a damn. He's off to Harrenhal, great. Aemon showed up at Harrenhal thinking he was a badass, got taken out by a 3-inch shiv. Love that ish. Obviously, that witch is going to try to work her magic that she couldn't work on Daemon on him. And of course, it's probably going to work because we all know that Aemon is, anytime a woman gives him motherly attention, he will just fall to that. So that's all this girl needs to do is pretend to be his mama. And she's got dark hair too. It just might work. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Like, I know in the book where this is leading, but I'm very interested to see how the show is going to take it because they took a very interesting turn of things with Daemon last season. Speaking of Daemon, sorry, as a side note, that whole throuple thing that was going on all episode was a hilarious side note. Like, did we need this? Absolutely not. But was it funny? Yes. I didn't mind it, but I hope they do dead it soon because I don't care. Rhaenyra can be whoever, she's the queen now. If she wants to have you as a husband and her advisor as her lover, she can. Every king in history has had multiple mistresses and bastards all over the place. Why can't she have a little side piece? Come on now. And other than that, Aegon's in the wind, right? He said he's headed to Rook's Rest because he feels like that's where he's going to get some fealty. Unfortunately, Cole has left. That's why I said information is very important in a battle. Those people are gone. They're headed to Harrenhal. I think by the time Aegon gets there, he's either going to be dead because honestly, he's still not in good health, or God knows where he's going to end up in the meantime. I don't care is the point. I really don't care what happens to him. He's the least worrisome person in this story as we stand. But all in all, I thought it was a good episode. I did enjoy it. We're moving this plot along pretty quickly, but we are still in episode 2, so I'm looking forward to seeing what else the season's going to bring. I hope you guys enjoyed watching along with me. If you did, please show some love, and I'll see you in the next one.